Ja Morant is ruining his career in front of our eyes, and not with the off-court theatrics. He has more turnovers than shots made over his last 5 games.
Morant threw it away, and you see the frustrated body language, something they're trying to work on in Memphis.
And last night, he put up another substandard performance in the loss against the Knicks. Yes, he scored 16 points and had 10 assists, but he did that while shooting 4 for 14 from the field and turned the ball over 8 times. But the most concerning thing is, it feels like he already quit trying. Here he gets the ball in transition, fumbles it against Hart, and instead of sprinting back on defense, he stays in place with his hands on his head.
5-on-4 Morant's lagging behind. Yabusele gets loose.
Not to mention that he was throwing risky, careless passes to poor Cam Spencer all game long.
Some of the passes they're trying to make are just not good passes. There's another turnover there.
And don't get me started on his shot selection. This season, he's shooting career lows from the field, 35%, and from the three-point line as well, an abysmal 17%. And despite knowing that for a fact, Ja continues firing up threes in early offense. He made only 5 threes out of 51 tries from above the break. That's 9%, y'all. From the corners, he's a lot more efficient though, hitting 5 of 9 in 10 games so far.
Ja, corner 3, bango. Ja Morant hits the 3 out of the corner, sets up Morant, corner 3, bango.
But his frustration on the court is visible.
Shot clock is off. Wanted a foul, got nothing out of it.
He's missing shots he would normally make, but his effort in other aspects of the game is little to non-existent. After missing the bunny, Ja is still out of the picture, and on the loose ball by Brunson, he's way ahead of his teammates. So he should hit the fast break to create an easy chance, right? Nah, instead he's jogging and lets Jock Landale outrun him with the ball in his hands. So by the time he's passed the ball, Mikal Bridges arrives to interrupt the play. But the lame sequence doesn't end here, as Morant starts walking back while wondering what happened. In the meantime, Bridges out-hustles him yet again for the layup on the other end. Against the Rockets, he looked totally disinterested, like he couldn't care less about his team. First minute of the game, he throws a bad pass and acts like a spectator. While Okogie was chasing the ball, Ja could have gotten in the paint 3 seconds prior. And look at this telegraphed pass which Amen Thompson intercepted with ease. So by the end of the third quarter, things got completely out of hand, but his behavior remained nonchalant.
Another game with 20 plus points lost on turnovers. That's 24 lost. Morant, whoa, fastball.
In the fourth period, when he got the ISO with Shepard, there was no way that he would have passed the ball, even if it meant getting stuck and brutally rejected at the end. And when they played the Pistons, he couldn't do anything against Ausar Thompson.
Morant's 3 is blocked, and Ausar Thompson again defensively making a difference. 1 minute remaining. Morant stolen by Thompson.
Against the Thunder, the Grizzlies had a surprising 19-point lead in the middle of the second period. But from that point on, Morant went on to miss 12 of his 13 shot attempts.
Morant, crab dribble, floater, short.
Also, we have another obvious pass that Mitchell reads perfectly and steals the ball from him. In the third quarter, when OKC was turning the game over, Ja couldn't hit a bucket to save his life.
Lou Dort and Jalen Williams. Morant.
Shot is there, partner.
Yep.
It is the shot that he has to continue to take in their offensive set.
Morant will try again.
Break after break, the miserable performances are stacking up. Against the Lakers in the NBA Cup, he shot just 3 for 14 for a total of 8 points.
Morant from deep downtown, no good, well off the offensive board. Morant relocates and misses again.
Check this out. Early offense, Ja gets a head of steam, Jackson Hayes cuts him off, but he still shoots a tough fadeaway over the 7-footer. And this was straight up ugly.
Morant. ISO with smart pull-up jumper off the heel.
Teams are sagging off of him, letting him shoot the 3, and he wouldn't stop jacking it up whatsoever. You cannot shoot away the slump if you're a bad shooter historically. And to make things worse, after his atrocious game, he said this in the post-game press conference.
What went wrong to you today?
Go ask the coaching staff.
Anything you could do differently, I guess?
We go ask them. They had a whole spiel in here, so.
You feel like you should play more?
Go ask the coaching staff. Should I play more or not?
You cannot blame other people for breaking the backboard. You were the one who missed all those shots. This is not a situation like Desmond Bain is in. He's been a sniper his whole career but currently struggles to find his rhythm. It's logical for him to shoot more, which he's not even doing, by the way. But for Ja, who's a career 31% shooter from downtown, to keep racking up 5-6 threes a game with this kind of inefficiency is ludicrous. Honestly, maybe he's not the sole player to blame. The Grizzlies as a team are shooting 34% so far, being at the 21st spot in the league in that category. KCP, who's supposed to be their knockdown shooter, is having his second worst season of his career, shooting 32% from long range. And Ty Jerome, who they brought over as a replacement for their only decent shooter, is yet to make his Grizzlies debut. This leaves them with Cam Spencer and the rookie Cedric Coward as their best shooters so far, both with 40% efficiency. But I hate to say it, that's not the type of players an opponent will be worried about at all. So teams are clogging the paint on Morant and Memphis, daring them to shoot from beyond the arc. To sum it up, the Grizzlies are in a bad spot at the moment, losing 6 of their last 7 games and have a 4-8 record overall, and Ja's numbers are similar to that. If we exclude his rookie year, he's averaging career lows in points and rebounds per game. Meanwhile, he's turning the ball over at a record pace, 4 turnovers per game. All of this, along with his disagreements with the head coach, sparked a ton of trade buzz.
You feel like you get the same joy right now that we used to see from you?
No.
Why not?
A potential Ja Morant trade could be very similar to what the Mavericks gave up for Kyrie Irving in 2023 per NBA insiders at ESPN. That's because his trade value has plummeted since the start of the season. Kyrie was in a similar spot back then. The only difference is Morant has not asked to be traded yet. However, KD thinks otherwise. Just to remind you that Morant was on top of the world in 2023. He was the most improved player, a 2-time All-Star, and someone who is being mentioned in the MVP race as well. A couple of gun incidents and some injuries later got us here, talking about whether he's past his prime at just 26 years of age. It's not like he forgot how to play basketball. Heck, he looked great in the season opener against the Pelicans, dropping 35 points on 65% efficiency, and that was just 20 days ago.
Out of their seats as quickly as possible. Morant over Williamson, sends it and scores it to tie the game.
A 2-for-1 opportunity here.
Morant on the attack, get to the rim and finish. Off glass. Dwells looking for a cutter. Morant on the deck, floats it up, off the glass and in! Yes! Time out, New Orleans!
What happened in between that got him completely off the rails remains uncertain. Maybe a change of scenery is all he needs. But the question is looming if any team is willing to take on the risk of having to deal with a troublesome personality like Ja Morant. But getting away from these negative topics, just yesterday the entire NBA lost his mind with 6 insane endings. I broke down all the madness right here in this video, so check it out and talk to you in the next one. Peace out.